Yo, welcome back to Williams Weather. After Winter Storm Olive wreaked havoc across the Midwest, dumped feet of snow and lots of ice, will another doubleheader storm system be in store and ruin your weekend plans? I'll be breaking that all down, coming up in this video. Alright y'all, welcome back. We're going to take a look at the observed snowfall that has fallen within the past 48 hours. As you see within this pink zone here, y'all gotten right around 5 to 8. Some areas gotten 8 to 10, and some areas gotten up to 20 inches. As I zoom in here, I'm going to show you the exact totals. As you see, around 5 to 10 in this pink zone here, right around 20 inches. I know Andy Hill, a meteorologist that works for Ryan Hall, y'all, he's gotten over 20 inches up by Apple Valley in Minnesota. And that's a lot of snowfall within a short amount of time. And there's also an ice storm that happened, heading from Michigan all the way down into southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, which knocked out power to a lot of people, and they're still without power as well. So hopefully y'all have enough gas in the generators to last y'all for a long while. I'm gonna look at the Northeast as well. Y'all gotten a lot of snowfall too, from 5 to 10 within this pink zone, and not as much as you head further south. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the warning map, see who's still dealing with this winter storm. Now it looks like the western states are still dealing with some winter weather, as winter storm warnings and blizzard warnings and winter weather advisories have already been issued over there. Winter weather warnings in the pink, blizzard warnings in the orange, and winter weather advisories in the blue. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the weather map to see how long this winter weather will last. As you can see out here by San Francisco, looks like y'all have already been getting in on this winter weather action. If you take a look at the winter severity index for the next 3 days, as you can see, got extreme impacts over here by eastern California. So if you have to give out, please be careful. Pack some cat litter with you, a flashlight, blanket. And how long will this last? It looks like this blizzard warning out in California is going to last until 4 o'clock Pacific time on Saturday. And some areas are going to go until Sunday afternoon as well. As I'm going to show you all the simulated radar. Keep in mind the date and timer right here. See, it's going to gain intensity through tonight into tomorrow, after tomorrow morning. And it's going to start tapering off for California right around 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And then it's going to be getting out, sort of weakening by Sunday afternoon. Now, how much snowfall are y'all going to be seeing? As we push this through Sunday here, looks like up in the mountains, y'all could be seeing upwards of 60 inches. Areas around the mountains, right around 5 to 10. Some areas are about a foot to 2. That's a lot of snowfall within the next couple of days. As I'm going to pull up the probability of seeing more than 4 inches. And see within this zone here is a high risk of seeing greater than 4 inches within the next couple of days. So definitely stay off the roads if you can. If you can't, then make sure you have a safety kit with you, cat litter, flashlight, blanket. I know cat litter sounds funny, but trust me, if you get stuck in a ditch, you need as much traction as possible. And believe it or not, cat litter can definitely create enough traction where you can actually get out of the ditch if you need to. But let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at what's in store as we get into the weekend here. Alright y'all, let's take a look at the Euro model. Keep in mind the date time is right here above my head. As Winter Storm Olive moves out and the Winter Storm out west starts to move in, it looks like we're going to be dealing with some severe weather on Sunday, as there's already been an enhanced risk for Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. And then as that moves out and moves eastward, there's already been a 15% chance for severe weather on Monday as well. And that's going to bring with it some winter weather up north, up by Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and even into Buffalo, New York, as there's going to be an ice storm with that as well here in the pink in central Michigan and into central Wisconsin. Moving into the northeast by Tuesday morning, and then moving out by Wednesday afternoon into the evening hours of Wednesday as well. And then by Friday, looks like we're going to be having another storm system roll through, bringing with it some winter weather to the Smoky Mountains, and looks like there could be a lot of snowfall happening up in the Smokies, and there's going to be some severe weather potential as well just south of that. Now this is almost over 200 hours out, so we're still uncertain on the snow totals and the severe weather threat, but please stay tuned. I will have a video out breaking this down in the next video, and then I'll move out and before another storm system rolls through, and that's as far as the model will go. Break down the timing of when you could expect this severe weather. We're going to look at the NAM 3-kilometer model. Now as we push this forward, we're going to have some cold air fighting with warm air on Sunday afternoon. And then it looks like by Sunday evening, it looks like severe weather is going to be starting to ramp up. You see cold air and warm air fighting, and this is as far as the NAM 3-kilometer will go. Now we'll have a video out Sunday. We'll be breaking down the exact timing when you could expect the worst of it and what you could expect as far as the tornado threat, hail threat, and wind threat. I want to show you the significant tornadic parameters. Now this don't mean tornadoes can happen just within this whole area right here. Just means that this is a favorable environment where tornadoes can form. So let's say a supercell forms right here, then whammo, you can get a pretty big tornado. That don't mean that you're going to see a tornado right here just because the significant tornadic parameters are high. It just means that if supercell forms right here, then bam, you can see it. Now to look at the severe weather threat for Monday, we're going to lower our resolution down to the GFS model. Now this ain't going to give us precise timing of when you could expect it, but this is going to give us a basic understanding of where you could see it. It looks like the severe weather event could happen right around noon to 3 on Monday, but I will have an updated forecast video on Sunday, breaking down the exact track and hazards of what you could expect. Now we're going to zoom out. I'm going to show you the lightning flash density rate. This shows you where the most intense storms could fire. It looks like storms are going to start firing over in the enhanced risk zone on Sunday, right around 7 o'clock to right around midnight. Then on Monday, it looks like storms are going to start fire right around noon to 3. And I'll show you the surface-based CAPE. Now this could be upgraded to a moderate risk, but I will have an updated video on Sunday letting y'all know. And looks like got some substantial CAPE down here where that significant tornadic parameter was off the charts at. All right, looking at a sounding here, there is some PDS tornado soundings out there, but I'm just pulling up one for an example. As you see, temperatures are up there in the 60s, and dew points are also in the upper 60s as well. There's a little bit of a capping inversion up in the mid-levels, and as soon as that cap breaks, then there's definitely, it's game on for tornadoes. As we head up in that mid-levels of the atmosphere, it looks like CAPE is starting to get pretty big, and we have a little bit of an elevated mixed layer as well, as basically a dry slot in the upper atmosphere, and basically, if you have a dry slot in the upper atmosphere and moist low-level atmosphere, then that's definitely a favorable environment for tornadic activity. You see, we got some substantial CAPE out there. Not off the charts CAPE values, but they're still there. Right around 1100 surface base. Mixed layer CAPE right around 1200. And most unstable CAPE is right around 1200 as well. Now, I think the most concerning aspect of this storm system is going to be the wind shear. At the surface, we have some southerly winds before they start backing up in the upper atmosphere. And see a enhanced helicity index at the surface is right around 3.5, around 1 kilometer in the atmosphere, and around 3 kilometers it's right around 4.5. So definitely substantial wind shear. As you see, the photograph over here is starting to curve, and that's what you want to see if you want to see tornadoes. All right, let's take a look at the upper atmosphere. We're going to look at the 500 millibar jet stream. This is what shows our troughs and ridges. Ridges associated with good weather, good warm air, and troughs are usually associated with bad weather. Let's go ahead and push this forward. As you see, we got that bowling ball low centered over California, sort of a neutral tilt as it heads towards Texas, and then it goes negative as it enters that enhanced risk zone. Now negative tilt is something you want to see if you love severe weather, and if you're a storm chaser, you want to see it. But if you do not like severe weather and you fear it, then you want to see it more of a positive tilt. Basically, a positive tilt is when it goes right here. It's basically what a positive tilt is, and it goes neutral, and it's negative. Now, why I say negative tilt is associated with really bad weather, because you got that cold air funneling in on this side, and you got that warm air funneling in on this side, and this is your impact zone. Now, with a negative tilt, you can have all hazards possible, which I think there's going to be a pretty substantial tornado risk associated with some hail and some damaging winds. Now, if it was a positive tilt, I'd expect less tornadoes and more of a damaging wind event, but I'm thinking with it being a negative tilt, I'm expecting a pretty big tornado outbreak. Now, take that with a grain of salt. This is over 3 days out. Anything can and will change, but please be prepared. Have a way to get a warning. Know where to go when severe weather strikes. Basement, storm shelter, interior closet. Just have as many walls between you and the outside as possible. But as we head into Monday, looks like it's not going to be that big of a severe weather event. It's only a 15% chance for Monday. And I will have an update on this on the Williams Weather Facebook page, and I will have a video out Sunday breaking down the severe weather threats, what you could expect. It looks like it's not going to be that big of a deal because it's going to be mainly a neutral tilt. And then I'll be getting out of here. I want to end the video with some good news. Show you the temperatures. Kind of pretty above average February, but leading up to March, it looks like it's still going to be relatively warm as we're heading into that severe weather event on Sunday. It looks like it's going to be up in the 70s and 80s before that storm system moves out of the area. And then we're dealing with some warm air on Monday before that storm system moves it out again. And then we're dealing with the cold air again. Negatives up here in the Dakotas. And we're sort of in that pattern again as we head into the 26th. And then we're dealing with cold air, warm air. So definitely in a sort of a pattern shift as we head towards the end of the month. Alright, that'll do it for this video, y'all. Looks like your weekend plans are going to be ruined. Unfortunately, we got some severe weather on Sunday and some severe weather on Monday, and we got that winter storm out west. So I'll have a forecast video out on Sunday, breaking down the exact track and what hazards you could see for the severe weather on Sunday and Monday. So if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe below, and comment as well. Any feedback helps the channel out, and I appreciate all y'all for watching. And until next time, never stop forecasting.